Time to test the limits of my potential. My name is Clotted Cream Cookie, elected consul of the Crim Republic. Venerable elders of the Crim Republic, blessed by glorious light, thank you for answering my rather urgent call. I requested your audience as I have received news that requires immediate attention. We've received a report from the researcher and the knight tasked with gathering information on the Soul Gem. It seems the ancient heroes have finally awakened from their slumber. As we speak, they are gathering in the Vanilla Kingdom to prepare for the war against Dark Enchantress Cookie. As you wish. I can assure you that I'm perfectly capable of defending myself, but the presence of a paladin is most certainly reassuring. Thank you kindly for the offer. I apologize for the interruption. I meant to arrive sooner. Has the council already started? I hope I did not miss anything important. It is truly an honor to be in the presence of the 5 heroes. My name is Clotted Cream Cookie. I came here as soon as I heard about the council discussing the question of war against Dark Enchantress Cookie. I hail from the Crim Republic, the land of delightful cream and fresh oysters. And I am from House Custard, drawing its lineage from the old Vanilla Kingdom. Yes, that is true. Fortunately, the Vanillians were able to escape the kingdom before its collapse. They fled on an airship before everything was sealed away. The winds blew in their favor, and they managed to reach a new land. My ancestors were surprised to find this land already inhabited by seafaring cookies. The Vanillians offered their knowledge and culture to them. Eventually, the 2 groups of cookies came together to build our Crim Republic. The pleasure is all mine, pure Vanilla Cookie. It is an honor to meet one of the forefathers. Now, have you not gathered here to discuss the course of action regarding Dark Enchantress Cookie? My sole purpose is to provide assistance at this dire hour. As the descendants of the Vanilla Kingdom, the Cookies of the Republic have every right to attend this council and voice our concerns. We have every reason to join this war against Dark Enchantress Cookie. Not to mention that our resources and armed forces will be of great benefit to the war effort. Thank you kindly, pure Vanilla Cookie. And it is an honor to meet you both, Hollyberry Cookie and Dark Cacao Cookie. I am truly at awe that I am in the presence of the great heroes. I look forward to finding a solution to this grave threat alongside all of you. You were at the banquet earlier, correct? How should I address you? A pleasure to meet you. And which kingdom are you from? I see. And who is the ruler of this wonderful realm? What is the median income of your nation? Remarkable. What do your fellow cookies do for a living? How wonderful. An intriguing place indeed. Is this your first time visiting the Vanilla Kingdom? Perfect. May I ask you for a tour around the castle then? Perhaps first thing tomorrow morning? I would love to know more about the Vanilla Kingdom, but you see, it is my first time visiting here. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow then. Good morning, Ginger Brave. Thank you for coming. I cannot wait. And it seems that I have chosen the perfect cookie to be my guide. I see screws and other mechanical parts lying around, and machinery that has stopped working. These robots, they look almost exactly the same as the construction robots in the Republic. Excuse me? What is the meaning of this? It is all right. I'm surprised this kingdom still has functioning robots. They must be ancient, yet they operate as if they were built yesterday. How remarkable. And this analyzing skill of yours seems very useful. Yes. Let us talk more about robotics later. I should get going now. What an energetic place. I find it most wonderful. Such an inviting place, full of vibrancy and optimism. I do not think I'm familiar with raisin jellies. Oh, financier cookie. It is most impolite to refuse a welcome gift. Thank you so much, kind cookie. Most delicious and chewy. And the balance of sweetness and tartness is just impeccable. Oh, no. I usually skip breakfast, but thank you. I was delighted to learn more about the local cuisine. Now I should continue my tour, for there is much to see in your wonderful kingdom. I believe I did not have a chance to properly introduce myself last night. I am Clotted Cream Cookie of the Crim Republic. That is right. Condensed cream and vanilla flavor flow through my dough. I heard that the Hollyberry Kingdom is home to great writers and artists. I hope to visit the famous capital of passion and romance someday. Unfortunately, I have never had the opportunity, but I'm sure I can take down a barrel or two, especially in your company, Hollyberry Cookie. You see, I can be quite competitive. It would be an honor. Indeed, in order to assess a nation's development, one should pay attention to the school. I cannot overstate the importance of good education. Seeing how everyone is doing their best studying, I can tell that the Vanilla Kingdom is in very capable and promising hands. Thank you for the warm welcome. This garden is truly a work of art. It is serene and peaceful. Do you tend it yourself? May I help? I have quite the green thumb, if I do say so myself. It is a great place. We are surrounded by the generous sea, providing us with bountiful resources. Our citizens bask in abundance and happiness. The original inhabitants have welcomed the Vanilla Kingdom's refugees and their advanced culture and technology. We have been working together towards a collective future ever since. We also have the paladins blessed by the divine, who provide protection within and beyond our borders. Pure Vanilla Cookie, you should visit the Crim Republic someday. It is a land of splendor and beauty, just like the Vanilla Kingdom. My, what marvelous wolves. All in great shape and trained very well. The snowy mountains, you say? What do you usually eat there? I mean no offense, but that hardly sounds enough to sustain these brave warriors. Financier Cookie, I believe we have a package of scones stored in our airship's hold. I think it would be a great gift for these noble soldiers. These scones are best enjoyed with soft, rich cream and sweet apricot jam. It is a popular dessert in the Republic. Please, try one. I am glad you like it. Would you like some more? We have enough for your entire squad. Ginger Brave, I am truly grateful for the tour. I have learned so much thanks to you. It also reaffirmed my belief that the Vanilla Kingdom was and is a great place. I feel more connected to the kingdom. Now, shall we make way? Our enemy is cornered, no doubt. I assume she will be preparing her final strike. I am afraid we do not have the luxury of time. As we speak, Dark Enchantress Cookie is tightening her grasp on this world. We have no information, neither on where she is hiding, nor on what her plans are. This is our greatest disadvantage, and it must be eliminated as quickly as possible. Then let us decide who should lead the expedition to Beast-Yeast. In that case, I suggest that you leave this endeavor to the forces of the Crim Republic. With our advanced technology, magic, and weaponry, we can complete this mission much faster. Madeline Cookie, Espresso Cookie, I have been expecting you. It is a great honor to finally meet the great heroes of our Republic. I am sure everyone cannot wait to hear your story back home. Financier Cookie is our Republic's most promising paladin. She was granted the honor of serving as my personal guardian. I heard about your quest, albeit my knowledge is rather limited. I have met those ancient heroes. Am I correct to assume it is the gemstones embedded in their weapons? How interesting. That must be the reason they're still fresh and crunchy. I must begin my own investigation. Tomorrow is going to be an important day. I must acquire more information on that so-called Soul Gem. It will be a busy day indeed. Soul Gem, the receptacle of an ancient mystery. A vessel of pure power harnessed by true heroes only. I must uncover your secrets. Financier Cookie, you have been keeping a keen eye on the matters in the castle ever since we arrived. Were you able to find any traces of our objective? I understand. Let us step outside. It is a wonderful day for a stroll around the castle grounds. Strawberry crepe cookie, espresso cookie, I have been searching for you. Yet again, you see right through me, young friend. I wonder, have you ever analyzed any of the ancient heroes, Doe? An inquisitive mind such as yourself must have found them rather fascinating. Overwhelming power, you say? The ancients, Doe. Overwhelming power. What on earthbread could Soljam be? Power of an unknown origin. No wonder those who wield it are called heroes. Thank you. Until next time. Sir Madeline Cookie. It is strange to find you here in the Solarium of Unity all by yourself. Were you sightseeing? True. Indeed, we are at the origin of our culture, my friend. Seeing with my own eyes where it all began is, by all means, humbling. Wistful, even. Home. Sir Madeline Cookie, I have been meaning to ask, what was the reason for you and your colleagues' departure from the Crim Republic? How did it happen that the two of you, cookies of great merit without a doubt, were chosen among other paladins and scientists? Yes, of course. And it is you and Espresso Cookie we have to thank for our salvation, correct? And in the end, it was confirmed that the light fragments were in fact pieces of shattered soul jam. Could there be more of these light fragments in this land that are yet to be discovered? If such great power were to fall into the wrong hands, without a doubt it will cause catastrophic events. If but a small fraction of soul jam is capable of destroying the Crim Republic, finding and securing the remaining pieces is a matter of grave importance. Thank you for sharing this with me. It seems like this puzzle is finally coming together. Then why don't we... Are you not coming, Sir Madeline Cookie? Very well. It was a pleasure, Sir Madeline Cookie. Oh, I find a good walk in the morning rather beneficial. Besides, there is much I would like to learn about the fabled Dark Cacao Kingdom. Your Majesty has managed to keep the throne for such a long time, warding off dire monsters and beasts. Your cookies must respect you greatly. And that impressive wall. The warriors of Dark Cacao are famous for their impeccable discipline. All thanks to your Majesty, an exemplar of wisdom and strength. All this time, you have been defending the continent bravely. Our own Republic owes the Dark Cacao Kingdom its safety. Yet, I cannot help but wonder, where does the source of such great strength lie? Protecting the whole world with nothing but a sword is no simple feat, even for a great king such as yourself. Tell me, what fuels your might? Or is it the sword itself? Tempted? No, not at all. I offer my apologies for causing a misunderstanding. I was merely curious about the secret to your land's greatness. I apologize for my intrusion. Clearly my curiosity clouded my judgment. I hope your Majesty understands. Good day, sir. I look forward to meeting you again at the council. I was hoping to talk to Pure Vanilla Cookie. Can I find him here, perchance? Thank you kindly. It must be a great pleasure to study under such a splendid teacher. But I will not bother you. I shall pay you a visit later. Good luck, students. Your Highness looks preoccupied. We can come another time. A rare chance to witness this legendary shield in action. That gem in the center has a very peculiar gleam to it. Enchanted, I take it? Its light is a bit dim. Is something wrong? The Queen Mother and renowned hero herself. Yet she still makes time to play with young cookies. No wonder the Hollyberryans adore you. I simply cannot wait to meet the other two of the five. Parting ways with close friends is never easy. You must be missing them greatly. Hello! How do you like our airship, friends? Don't worry. You may look around as much as you please. Of course. Flying vessels like this one are the pride of our Crim Republic. The Vanilla Castle is floating in the air. Can you tell me how you got here in the first place? It does not seem like you had an airship of your own. A column of light, huh? What a curious story! I bet it was very fun. But I am afraid I must take my leave. I hope you have a great time here. Luck. Mere luck and coincidence. I surmise the stone they thought they found was a light fragment, a piece of shattered soul jam. Sir Financier Cookie, there is something I must discuss with Madeline Cookie and Espresso Cookie. Could you summon them to my chambers? A matter of great importance has been on my mind ever since my arrival at the Vanilla Kingdom. And I believe, yes, I must bring it up at the council. For the betterment of our republic. I will be frank with you. Then we must find a way to convince them otherwise. If we allow such power to concentrate in their hands only, it will inevitably bring undesirable side effects. Words are a powerful tool. I trust that you will support my proposition at the council. Naturally, it will not be an easy task. But nothing is simple in the world of politics. Yet it still warrants an attempt. Then it is time to join them. Today's decisions will shape the future of the Krim Republic, and the whole cookie world. If I may, please. The Krim Republic has a new proposition. We believe it is in everyone's best interest to select the fittest candidates from each nation for combined action. Each one of us has their strengths and weaknesses. Playing these cards smart seems to be the optimal course of action. Before we proceed further, there is another matter I would like us to discuss. As our esteemed Pure Vanilla Cookie mentioned, indeed we all share a collective responsibility. We must provide the expedition with everything necessary to ensure its success. These cookies will need power to fight and protect themselves. But where to find such power? We believe there is a solution. There is no source of power greater than Soul Jam, harnessed by the 5 ancient heroes. But what if this Soul Jam could be divided and shared by all? Imagine the possibilities. Yes, it will be no easy feat to perform such a procedure here, but it could be done with the help of the Krim Republic's technological advancements. So I ask forthright, will you share your Soul Jam for the greater good? Venerable heroes, believe me, I understand completely how outlandish my proposition might sound. However, allow me to remind you that one of the main purposes for this council is to find means to guarantee the success of our endeavor. Just a fraction of your strength divided among our forces will dramatically increase the chances of our survival. I am perfectly aware how difficult this decision might be. However, the shadow of war is hanging over us. Think of all the cookies who we may lose to this war. Think about our beautiful world we might lose. Would you not give everything to protect all that is dear to you? 3 ancient heroes harness the power of Soul Jam. But there are immeasurably more cookies who risk losing their lives in the war to come. The enemy they will oppose is mighty and knows no mercy. What chance will they stand without the power of Soul Jam? To end the council on such a negative note, it was not entirely unexpected, but I apologize to have caused such a quarrel. Then what of the other 2 heroes? What of Golden Cheese Cookie and White Lily Cookie? I heard White Lily Cookie always appeared where and when she was needed the most. Perhaps she might be able to provide a solution? Lady Hollyberry Cookie, may we confer? I apologize for my words at the council session. I admit I was overly insistent. Thank you for sharing this with me. Perhaps there is no other option but for me to think again. I have come to speak to King Dark Cacao Cookie. Please believe me. Our future is my only concern. After the research is complete, we would have returned the Soul Jam to its rightful owners. Of course. I hope to see you at the council session tomorrow. Ah, Ginger Brave. Greetings. What did you think of today's session? I believe it is the hard choice we must make for the good of all. You fought against Dark Enchantress Cookie. What do you think? Will our forces be enough? Dark Enchantress Cookie's return. You were there when she was resurrected, were you not? Can you elaborate on what transpired? What? White Lily Cookie is... Dark Enchantress Cookie? I cannot believe it. Does that mean White Lily Cookie is no more? What you have just told me is tragic, to say the least. You have my gratitude, Ginger Brave. I have learned an important truth thanks to you. From the Republic? What is going on? Greetings. You have come a long way. To what do I owe the honor? Tell the Elder that I have met the Paladin and the Scientist. All goes according to the plan. Besides, I have managed to acquire a valuable piece of information. The situation is developing in our favor. What an exhausting day. But my work here will become the Republic's greatest achievement. They will see. If you allow me to begin. Esteemed colleagues, my proposition remains on the table. Have you reconsidered your decisions, if I may ask? With all due respect, it seems like we have a difficult discussion ahead of us, because my opinion regarding this Soul Jam conundrum also remains unchanged. Perhaps what I'm going to say next will help you understand my logic. A vision of critical importance, if you will. A fact that showed me what can happen when great power is concentrated in the hands of just a few. I myself was utterly shocked when I heard this. Terrified, even. Yet, it has only reinforced my conviction in the fact that Soul Jam's potential must be shared with everyone. Very well. What if I told you that the cookie who inflicted such horrors upon the cookie world was one of the ancient heroes? Dark Enchantress Cookie, formerly known as White Lily Cookie. But it is true. One of the five craved for more and more power, only to become a harbinger of the darkness in the end. Dark Enchantress Cookie desires to rebuild this world in her own image. To that end, she requires the power of Soul Jam. Soul Jam, the receptacle for a noble soul, yes. Yet, regardless, a source of tremendous, concentrated energy. Energy capable of building one kingdom from the ground up, and reducing another to ashes and rubble. But power can corrupt. It spawns greed. Greed leads to arrogance. And arrogance can lead even the wise and noble of us to the bitterest of ends. In the shadows of great power are those coveting it, wishing to challenge its owners. Can you keep your power safe indefinitely? This is why it is critical that our Crim Republic, uncorrupted by power, takes the lead of this campaign. This is why there is no other option but to share your Soul Jam. The more power is grasped, the more it slips away. You are not holding your ground against the chaos. Your stubbornness will be sowing its seeds. Wars, cruel conflicts born out of desire for power. All such grief is born from those that crave strength, those who desire to challenge the balance. The histories of your kingdom serve as perfect examples of this tragic pattern. Lastly, permit me to remind you that Dark Enchantress Cookie herself started the Dark Flower War because of her obsession with the power of your Soul Jam. Once called a noble, ancient hero, even she was unable to restrain her own greed. Another proof to my point. I see you are no different from Dark Enchantress Cookie. unwilling to part with your precious power. Such an overwhelming energy wave, caused by the collision of Soul Jam. To witness it firsthand, I found it hard to believe myself. Yet it is the sad truth. Am I right, Pure Vanilla Cookie? You knew it all along, did you not? I never meant to sow discord between old friends. I am sorry. I wish you success. If you allow me to be frank, I did not expect your agreement, but I am glad that you see my point. I admit, I might have crossed the line. Please accept my apologies. But what happens now? Will the two heroes return? Thank you. I trust in your diplomatic abilities. Your reputation of unparalleled wisdom is true. I am humbled and grateful for your agreement to my proposition. Once again, I welcome your wise decision, great heroes. Without a doubt, it will become the first step to saving the whole cookie world. I am certain that all those present here comprehend the magnitude of this newfound purpose and responsibility, born right here at this council. I shall do everything in my power to help you carry this great burden, both in our republic and in whichever place fate brings us next. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to all cookies who attended this historic council. It is finally time to head back to the Republic. Your help was instrumental in reaching the final decision, Ginger Brave. We could not have done it without you. Oh, this council will be remembered in history. Are you ready to depart? Rest assured, the Republic will provide you with anything you could possibly need. Sweet delights and jellies of all kinds, fresh seafood, amusements, and entertainment, parks and more. I am sure you will find our hospitality to your liking. Thank you, and farewell. I promise to take good care of your Soul Jam. We will return with the results of our research as soon as possible. Financier Cookie, signal departure. Financier Cookie, command full speed ahead. We must hurry. We are about to revolutionize the Republic as we know it. The world of my dreams is finally at hand. My friends, allow me the honor to be the first to welcome you to the Crim Republic, where culture and magicanical technology thrive. Decisions. Right. My friends, your opinions on this matter would be greatly appreciated. I agree that delivering our report should be our very first move. Please, lead the way. I agree that getting the Soul Gem to the Institute of Thaumaturgy should be our very first move. Let us cut across the Fountain Piazza. Greetings, Archbishop. It has been a while. Esteemed delegates, allow me to introduce to you Archbishop Cream Cookie, the voice of the Republic's faith. We are currently en route to the Lyceum for an audience with the elders. Thank you for your concern, Elder Millefoy Cookie. I present to you Elder Millefoy Cookie, one of the 9 members of the Convocation of Elders. Indeed, the ancient heroes have agreed to my terms. We have brought their Soul Gem, the legendary artifacts of mysterious power. These Soul Gems seem to be receptacles for their noble souls. They are secured in an enchanted reliquary to ensure a safe and, may I add, discreet transit. How fares our beloved city? I hope all has been well during my absence. What? Monsters? Elder Millefoy Cookie, Archbishop Cream Cookie. Pardon my urgency, but may I ask that you watch over our cargo until we return? We must assess the situation at once. A golem just appeared in the middle of the city. This has never happened before. This is indeed disturbing. It seems like any other ordinary day, but within moments, chaos erupted in the middle of our fair city. Almost as if by design. Quickly, we must return to the Divine Sanctum at once. Who dare? The Soul Gem! Is the Soul Gem safe? Those masked cookies must have taken it. We need to hunt them down, now! Ginger Brave, we have no time to formulate a strategy. We must continue the pursuit. A wise plan. Let us rendezvous back at the Sanctum afterwards. My friends, I am glad to see everyone here. Is everyone safe and sound? With great success. The masked fiend I chased was holding it tight. Let us speak without physical altercation. I am sorry. I failed to predict this sequence of events. I had attached an anti-tracking device to the reliquary as a precaution, but I never imagined they'd remove the Soul Gem from the reliquary itself. You have my word. I will take the utmost caution to prevent such incidents from occurring again. Very well. Let us head to the Institute at once. The Institute of Thaumaturgy is the largest and most well-financed laboratory of magic in the Republic. It is not an exaggeration to say that this facility paves the way for a better future. Espresso Cookie, how will you be proceeding with your research? You have my full support in this endeavor. I doubt I need to remind you of all cookies, but time is of the essence. I already recruited a team of the finest researchers beforehand. They will assist you in your research. Now then, let us make way for an audience with the Elders. I am certain they are eager to hear of our return. The Elders will have many questions for you about Soul Gem. You are the only one capable of providing an answer to assuage any qualms they may have. I assure you it will not take long, Espresso Cookie. Venerable Elders, thank you for granting us this audience. Without further ado, I shall deliver my report on the summit held at the Vanilla Kingdom. I've invited Sir Madeline Cookie and Espresso Cookie to provide their input as well. Now then, upon my arrival at the summit, and thus, we have succeeded in transporting the Soul Gem to our Republic. They are safely secured in the Institute of Thaumaturgy, and we have already begun a detailed analysis. The Institute of Thaumaturgy will proceed with its research at full speed. No expenses will be spared. No equipment will be unused. The energy contained within Soul Gem will be scrutinized to the smallest granule of sugar. We must then find a way to safely harness a portion of this energy for other cookies to use. If we succeed, cookies all over Earthbread will have the strength to stand up against Dark Enchantress Cookie. Correct. We are working on borrowed time, and must take full advantage to research its power. The ancient heroes still have a full say in all matters of the Soul Gem. Their proposal left us no room for error. Pardon me for the lack of introduction. These cookies are delegates from the Dark Cow and Hollyberry Kingdoms. They are here to ensure the safety of the ancient hero's Soul Gem. Yet, I personally am not. There is still an enigma that perplexes me. The masked cookies from before. Their movements were far from haphazard. They moved methodically, and their strike was coordinated. It seemed as if they knew when and where we would be, and how the Soul Gem was being transported. What's more, the reliquary was enchanted with some of the strongest hexes and security devices known to the Republic. And they cut through it all, like a knife through butter. No one knew of such details, except for the Elders. Nothing more than speculation at the moment. Without more details, we would only come to an erroneous conclusion. But I cannot purge this thought from my mind. There is a veil of duplicity and deceit surrounding us. Words are a powerful tool. They are also a window into one's soul. Perhaps we can uncover more through dialogue. However, my administrative duties restrain me from ascertaining the full truth on my own. I ask for your assistance and cooperation in investigating the Elders. I shall speak with Elders Oyster and Custard Cookie. Would you be willing to approach the others? I have a rising suspicion that each Elder has made their own personal conclusions about Soul Jam. Perhaps they will unwittingly reveal their intentions. You have my sincerest thanks. Now then, Espresso Cookie. I trust that you will begin your research the moment you return to the Institute. Mind you, there are many eyes carefully watching every turn of this research. Your results will surely influence Earthbred's politics, as well as other spheres of life. I know you are eager to begin, but I must ask, not just for formality, will you be able to handle such a tremendous task? Can I ask you to bring a new age of peace and prosperity to all cookies of Earthbred? An excellent idea, Sir Madeline Cookie. I hope everyone may rest and recuperate well at Mansion Madeline. Good morning, my friends. How fared your first night in the Crim Republic? A nightmare? I believe there is some time before the ceremony begins. Shall we proceed to the Institute to learn for ourselves? And after, you each remember what I asked yesterday, yes? Each of us must engage in deep conversation with the Elders. Father, I have returned. How have you fared in my absence? I trust that all is well? Yes. Our party was ambushed by a group of unknown assailants in white masks while transporting the Soul Jam. We successfully retrieved the Soul Jam from said assailants, but we have yet to identify the culprits. I was unaware of the existence of such a group within our republic. To prevent such mishaps from occurring, I intend on taking extra precautions and fully investigating the matter, both internally and externally. No, the investigation is ongoing. We are receiving eyewitness accounts from cookies who were at the Sanctum and the Piazza. Another effort is being made to identify cookies capable of breaching the reliquary. Understood. Greetings. I have sent word to Elder Oyster Cookie in advance requesting an audience. May I enter? Manor Oyster is as radiant as I remember. The glimmering of pearls throughout its halls is beautiful as always. Apologies, but I'm afraid I do not have the leisure for tea. I must soon return to my duties. Truly, nothing can get past your sharp eyes and wit, Madam Oyster Cookie. Your insight shines brighter than the most valuable of pearls. I am compelled to inform you of an incident that occurred while transporting the Soul Jam. Unknown assailants, concealing their faces in masks of white, ambushed us and stole the Soul Jam. Though we successfully recovered the Soul Jam, my mind continues to dwell on the ambush. They seemed to be moving according to an agreed plan. I do not. However, no one, outside the convocation of Elders, knew of our mission to retrieve the Soul Jam. In other words, an Elder is directly involved in this incident. I am certain that you, Elder Oyster Cookie, are not responsible. What have you to gain from such subterfuge? House Oyster is the wealthiest and most influential house in the Crim Republic. Why engage from the shadows with a group of masked cookies? Hence the reason for the utmost caution, madam. I have asked the delegates from the kingdoms to assist in a discreet investigation. I understand. Ah, my friends. I see you have returned. How fares Espresso Cookie's research? This is welcome news. It is Espresso Cookie we're talking about, after all. Have you had a chance to discuss matters with the Elders? I too have yet to discover anything of significance. I am still quite certain that the convocation of Elders is involved. Their intentions are not easy to discern. I see. At least, when observed from afar, the research into Soul Jam is proceeding without too much difficulty. But, of course, I am only speaking as if I am an outside observer. The truth is that without identifying our masked assailants, we must remain vigilant until the research is concluded and the Soul Jam is returned to its rightful owners. For now, I shall retire to my quarters. I advise you get some rest too, my friends. Is this true? Are you certain? You've succeeded in creating a candy capable of storing the power of Soul Jam. What will you be calling this new invention? I concur. The magic candy must be presented to the elders at once. Achieving success in such a short window of time is no small feat. You have performed nothing less than a miracle, espresso cookie. Your miracle shall be the greatest gift for all cookies. This may well indeed signal a new era for our republic. Venerable elders, I hereby present to you the fruition of Espresso Cookie's research. A new, revolutionary candy never seen before in the history of Earthbread. We call it Magic Candy. Espresso Cookie, a demonstration, if you please. Now that Espresso Cookie has discovered the recipe for Magic Candy, it will not be long before we can replicate the process and create more. The Soul Gem will be safely secured and placed under constant supervision. Simultaneously, it is imperative that the power of Soul Gem be shared with others as quickly as possible. I need not remind you that our foe is Dark Enchantress Cookie, the single greatest threat to the safety of Earthbread. I propose the convocation be adjourned for today, but as we have succeeded in creating magic candy, let us share a toast. Refreshments have already been prepared. Our city fares well today, ever peaceful and quiet. Cookies smiling and greeting each other on the streets, hard at work and busy with their daily lives. Laying eyes upon such sights, I still cannot believe that we are on the brink of war with Dark Enchantress Cookie and her forces. I must do everything in my power to protect our cookies. The research on magic candy must continue, no matter the cost. Oh? What is it, Sir Financier Cookie? Request granted. I leave the investigation of the White Masks in your very capable hands, Sir Financier Cookie. You are to proceed with uncovering their deepest secrets with my full support and blessing. Father, I have received your summons. I have no doubt in my mind that Dark Enchantress Cookie is poised to strike at a moment's notice. Though many cookies stand against her, our odds are still dismal. Our republic must be prepared to take a stand against the enemy. Though we have a contingent of paladins, we may need to increase our forces with a new and more formidable army. Espresso Cookie, I see that you are soldiering on with your research. I assumed that you would be resting, seeing how you've spent many sleepless nights. I understand. How goes your progress with creating more magic candies? Your volunteers are right here. Volunteers for the next step of your research. Shall we proceed? Could you elaborate, please? But such a range of diverse ingredients will be nigh impossible to collect if we are to create a vast number of magic candies. Especially now, on the brink of war. We may indeed have to rethink our strategy. Not at all, my friends. My friends, I deeply regret to inform you that we will need to continue research on the Soul Gem for just a while longer. Allow me to elaborate. The magic candy created so far can only be wielded by Espresso Cookie alone. For others, the magic candy is merely the bitterest of espresso-flavored candy. Our goal from the very start was to share the Soul Gem's power with many cookies, was it not? Therefore, we have no choice but to continue our research. I trust that it will not be long. All available resources and staff at the Institute of Thaumaturgy are being dedicated to the effort. Thank you for your understanding, my friends. What about pearls? Pearls are perfect spheres, inherently pure and smooth. And, most of all, pearls are significantly more resilient than any candy or dough. Leave that to me. That's not the point. I have an idea as to where we can find large amounts of pearls. Indeed, I very much enjoyed the tea served during my last visit. I was wondering if I could ask for another. To be frank, it is about magic candy. Espresso Cookie has succeeded in its creation, but it can only be safely wielded by him alone. The ingredients used in this receptacle must resonate with the user's soul itself. To create exponentially more, we need a simpler solution. Magic candies made of pearls. The pearls of House Oyster are of the finest quality, iridescent and perfect, are they not? What's more, pearls are resilient. They would be able to harness the energy of Soul Jam safely. I propose we use pearls as receptacles to house a portion of Soul Jam's power. Pearl candies, so to speak. Which is why I ask for your aid, Elder Oyster Cookie. The reason for my visit is to request access and usage of your house's significant supply of pearls. If we succeed in creating pearl candies, then the guards of House Oyster will be the very first to receive them. A Pearl Legion, a force that matches the strength of the ancient heroes themselves. Your house will gain much power, especially over the other 8 houses of the Crim Republic. I merely wish to bring our world into a new era. A strong, free republic. One that can withstand the tests of time, greater than the kingdoms of old. Thank you, Elder Oyster Cookie. You will not be disappointed. Good news, everyone. I have procured an ample supply of pearls. Find a way to transfer the power of Soul Jam into these pearls. Do not hesitate to spare any. Espresso Cookie, I hope these will suffice. Espresso Cookie, our republic is on the brink of war. We have no idea where or when Dark Enchantress Cookie will strike. There is no time to spare in a treasure hunt for perfect ingredients en masse. As Consul of the Crim Republic, I order you to begin creating pearl candies. Then we stand at a crossroads. It is nigh impossible to persuade one with such an adamant opinion. It was an honor to monitor your research and progress, Espresso Cookie. But I believe our paths diverge here. Your efforts will not be forgotten. The next phase of our experiments will proceed without you. Now then, esteemed researchers of the Institute, it is your turn to spearhead the project. Please proceed with creating pearl candies. I find it odd that Elder Connolly Cookie invited me to the Divine Sanctum. Very odd indeed. Greetings, Elder. I am merely fulfilling my duties as consul. Do you know who they really are? Impossible. How could they? Apologies, kind Elder, but I must refuse your proposal. My duties as consul call for swift decisions at the most impromptu of times. Such split-second judgments can only be efficiently carried out unilaterally. Shall we conclude our discussion here? Good. I take my leave. I've much paperwork remaining. Yes. The effort to create pearl candies preoccupies my mind. The researchers at the Institute have succeeded in creating mini pearl candies within a short amount of time. The soldiers of House Oyster will be ready to receive them soon. By this time tomorrow, we will have succeeded in creating a new army of the Crim Republic. Is there something on your mind, Sir Financier Cookie? Ah, just leave it there, please. I will read it later, when able. Thicker than cream itself. Gingerbread? Crunchy chip cookie? Wildberry cookie? And black raisin cookie? I am rather surprised to see you in the Crim Republic. How may I aid you, my friends? Pardon? What is it you wish to... I was wondering what all the commotion was regarding. It is true. My father is one who yearns for nothing but power. After seeing the Soul Jam, his greed may have reached new heights. With the power of Soul Jam, House Custard will be able to enter a new age of power and wealth. Is what he is probably thinking. But his methods are much too crass. I apologize on his behalf. Of course, at once. The Krim Republic has completed its research on the Soul Jam. We were able to replicate the process to create pearl candies, mass-produced receptacles each containing a portion of Soul Jam's energy. With these, another grand result has also been achieved. I will be announcing it at the Lyceum in just a few moments. I have merely returned the Soul Gem to its proper owners. I have received reports that you sent troops to secure the Soul Gem by force. Had you proceeded any further, your hot-headed actions may have resulted in a diplomatic clash of immense proportions. I have personally met the ancient heroes during my visit to the Vanilla Kingdom. I witnessed the power of a fearsome blade from legend itself, the hardiness of a shield from the ballads of old. Their strength is not to be ignored. Their power is incomparable. Now, if I may, I have requested an audience with the Convocation to announce a great feat. As you are already aware, our goal was to share the power of Soul Jam with as many cookies as possible. We've replicated and modified the process to mass-produce pearl candies. It is with great honor that I introduce to you the newest army of the Krim Republic. Come forth, Pearl Legion. Venerable elders of the Convocation, may I introduce to you the Pearl Legion, an army that wields the power of Soul Jam. It is true that the Paladins fulfill their duties to the Republic, but they are a symbol of our city, not its frontline warriors. What duties have the Paladins been assigned? War? Relief efforts? No. They were gallivanted as the face of the Krim Republic, props for parades and mascots employed for the Elders' whims. The Paladins of the Krim Republic are not prepared for a war against Dark Enchantress Cookie. I apologize for causing such a heated debate and commotion within the Lyceum. But, wise elders, I ask that you welcome the Pearl Legion with open arms. They will defend the Krim Republic. They will open a new era for our great city. Elder of Finance, Connolly Cookie. You were apprehended at the harbor for conspiring with the cookies in white masks. Are these the facts? Connolly Cookie was speaking the truth. While dealing in the illicit sale of mud shakes, a portion of the profits were being shared with the white masks. In short, we've yet to uncover the identities of these scheming villains. Elder Milfoya Cookie, you were the one pulling the strings. You were the one who ordered the white masks to steal the Soul Jam. Who are you really? What is your purpose? How long have you been planning this crime? Who are these gods that you speak of? Who do you and the White Masks serve? To whom are you devoting your faith? The celestial light of the Krim Republic does not speak of such foul gods. Speak! Are you not the one who carries the mantle of the Elder of Compassion? Helping orphans in need, providing them with meals and warm beds. Are you not their caretaker? Acting in benevolence. How could you resort to such violent and abhorrent deeds? How could you bring such turmoil upon our city? I see that you will not speak the truth. You will be detained here for now, in this light cage of the coldest justice. The charges faced by Connolly Cookie are of a separate matter. Though the investigation will result in a lighter sentence than Milfoyer Cookie, the charges are related to embezzlement and the illegal sale of unsanctioned goods. Order! Order! Enough of this! That voice... it's coming from the sky. We must step outside immediately. What on earth, Bread, is... by the light? Skies of the foulest crimson. Creatures from nightmares themselves. The Republic is being laid to waste before our very eyes. Is this... the true power of Dark Enchantress Cookie? The one who sparked the Dark Flower War. The one who defeated the ancient hero single-handedly. And she is here, raining destruction upon our city. Sir Financier Cookie. Thank you for returning me to my senses. The sheer power before us is like nothing I've ever seen. I shall command the Pearl Legion myself. You must lead the Paladins and cover the rear. Pearl Legion, report. Neighborhoods bordering the sea are at risk of further destruction. Next report. First the sea, now the skies. Next report, please. Do not allow this cake monster to gain ground. You wield the power of the ancient heroes themselves within your pearl candies. You are the defenders of our city. Remember the tales of the ancients and how they defended their home. Rise up, Pearl Legion. Rise up and fulfill your destiny in becoming the new generation of heroes for the Crim Republic. Fall into position. Prepare to charge. Push forward! Pearl Legion, look to the skies. Fire rains down upon us. Get ready! Financier Cookie, how fares your effort? The ancient heroes. Kings and queens of the kingdoms of old. I extend my foremost apologies for involving you in the affairs of the Crim Republic. This army was established to defend against Dark Enchantress Cookie's onslaught. I apologize for not seeking your counsel or notifying you of my decision. But in these trying times, and to continue progressing forward, the Republic needed a formidable force to call its own. Progressing forward. That is the Republic of my dreams. Ever advancing forward in this vast world we call home. The thing is, the airship port has been significantly damaged during the battle and will take some time to restore. I will instruct for its restoration immediately. Please, remain patient. Pure vanilla cookie, hollyberry cookie, dark cacao cookie. Your cooperation and lending of the soul gem has allowed us to discover both magic and pearl candies. You have my foremost gratitude in this endeavor. And once again, I must apologize for involving you in the politics and turmoil of our republic. I am honored and relieved that the soul gem was returned to you safe and sound. Though we must prepare to search for Dark Enchantress Cookie, I have also heard of many fragments of soul gems scattered across the world. I intend to collect every last shard before they fall into the wrong hands. Once collected, its power will be returned to you, the ancient heroes of legends. Why yes, the Crim Republic will stand with you every step of the way. Thank you for hosting us, Pure Vanilla Cookie. What is it, Sir Financier Cookie? What? How? I personally crafted the light cage that held them. It's impossible. We must return to the Crim Republic at once. Let us check the scene with our own eyes. I am sure that Pure Vanilla Cookie has an important reason for summoning us all. Finally, the ancient heroes are all gathered in one place. And now, with the added strength of the Red Dragon and Moonlight Cookie, I am certain that we could commence our expedition to Beast-Yeast immediately. The Crim Republic has attempted several expeditions to the continent, but we have yet to succeed in crossing the border. We may certainly stand a chance in crossing the border if we have an ancient hero on our side.
Consul, sir, what is the matter?
My dough feels a bit strange, but I'm sure it's nothing.
You must have overworked yourself. How about some rest?
Wait. What was my flavor? I'm sure it was cream something, but I can't remember. A rather unusual name, I think.